Is it on focus? I hope you guys can see me. Hey, there will be no intro today. I just want this to be as natural and as transparent as possible. There's been a lot of stuff going on in my life and, you know, more so in my head. And I just felt like I would be doing you guys a disservice if I didn't share, you know, the stuff that's not necessarily the pretty, happy-go-lucky side of me, because there's people that may be going through the same stuff as me, and I feel like maybe I could help inspire someone, or you know, we could kind of come together on here. So here we go. I've never done one of these before. This is going to be a chit chat, get ready with me type of thing as far as my natural hair is concerned. Honey, right now I am showing you a wash in no. Okay. I used a product which is called the Curls Be in Control Curl Sculpting Gel. It smells really good. It smells really good. It smells kind of like an apple type, like a green apple type smell. I saw that it had glycerin in it, and I was thinking, oh, this is going to be bomb for my hair, kind of like the S-Curl gel. No, my hair, like, it didn't even, it just, you see what it is. You see. And so I tried to have it like in a bun, and it just wasn't a strong enough hold to me. So I guess that can be the first thing that I talk about. Also, I'm going to be cutting out my single strand knots that I get towards the ends of my hair. So you would like get you some scissors that you only use for your hair. These are some hair scissors that I got a while back. But what I'm looking for are like the little bitty knots. If I find one that I think you would be able to see, then I will put it up to the camera. But yeah, I want to talk about the natural hair community for a second, because our page, and I'm saying our because, oh gosh, I just lost my color. Some people may not even know that this is a joint page. It's called Inspired by R&R because my name is Ronya and my husband's name is Richard, and this is our page. And on our page, I will do natural hair videos, including the videos that we do for travel. Like, I don't even think that some of our new family members that have recently subscribed know that we travel a lot. And of course, due to the virus, this year we haven't been able to travel. But I just wanted to just put that out there, like, hey, we travel. Like, we've been to Africa, we've been to Asia, we've been to the Caribbean, we go to different places in the United States. Like, you should check out some of our other videos. We do unboxing and reviews, you know, that sort of thing. But anyway, back to the natural hair community. I get so many comments about my hair and hair typing, and I'm over it. Like, I'm over it, because I always put in the description, like, hey, I have majority type 4 hair, and I have a few strands of 3C. The front of my hair is 3C. If you see me lean forward, it's because I'm leaning forward into the trash can when I'm clipping these out. And people are always just like hounding me about it. Like, you're not type 4, you're not type 4. And I'm like, I don't know how many times I can show my hair and be like, look, this is my curl pattern. Like, I don't know, like, what else to say to people about how my hair is. Oh, sorry. I think that was in the trash. Sorry. But I just really, I don't know what else to say. So I think in all of my videos, sorry, silence. Should have done that first. I think in all of my videos, I'm just going to say natural hair and just be done with it. Like, I'm already over the hair typing. I know for some people that are starting out and being on their natural hair journey, they probably would want to know. So I'll still leave my hair type in the description box. But as far as like me saying it in videos anymore, like, I'm just over it, because it's a waste of time and energy. And I always respond to you guys' comments. Like, if you look at our page, like, I know that there's some creators that, you know, don't even interact with their family members on their channel, and we do. Like, I always interact, whether it's a good comment or a bad comment. Like, I'm going to respond and let you know, like, hey, I appreciate you taking the time to comment and, you know, watch the video. But as far as me saying my hair type anymore, I'm just over it. It's exhausting. I'm drained. So I'm not, like, if you guys have ever experienced that before, let me know, because I know I'm over it. So I guess that would be like my little rant about natural hair and natural hair community and hair typing and people saying what you are, what you aren't, like they live with you and they're attached to your head and they know what your hair is. Right? Next, another life update. If you follow me on like Instagram or Facebook or anything like that, you know, I posted that I had lost somebody that was very near and dear to me. And I'm not okay about it. Let's just keep it 100 with you guys. My high school graduation present, I asked my mom for a Chihuahua, and I got him. And that was the day that changed my life, because I became a mommy with my little Chihuahua fur baby. And that was 15 years ago. And about a month ago, he passed. And I really haven't been the same. He had a heart murmur, and without getting into too many specifics, like, he passed here at home with me and his dad, and we were by his side, and he was the sweetest, most gentlest spirit, and he has been there for me through all of my different life stages. Like my first apartment, like I had him when I lost my virginity, like my first love, like, you know what I'm saying, like all that stuff, like my, you know, my first car that I bought, you know, for myself. Like, it's just, oh, it's so much. And he filled that void of, you know, me being a parent, and I always had somebody to come home and look forward to. Even when I was single, like, it was like, this person is going to love me unconditionally no matter what. And me and my husband, we started trying to have a baby. It's been 5 months now, and obviously there's no baby, and we lost our baby. So yeah, definitely didn't take that very well, on top of us being in our 30s. And of course, society always puts that pressure on you, like, oh, well, you're a woman, your clock is ticking, you're losing eggs every second. And you start thinking like, oh, what's wrong with me? You know, went to the gynecologist, had to have a colposcopy done. First time ever in life. Was scary because my pap smear came abnormal. And I'm like, oh, okay. So this is all in the midst of, you know, us trying to have a baby and whatnot. And come to find out, my colposcopy results came back. Everything was normal, which was great. Thank the Lord. And we lost our son, and we were still trying, and it's just been tough. I'll say that. It's been tough because you want something so bad, you know, and I have friends that are married. I have friends that are single. I have friends that have children that are single. I have friends that have children that are married. So I have a very wide variety of friends. And I'm not one of those girls like, oh, I'm married. Like, oh, I can't hang out with single people. Like, no, like that's whack. Like, my friends are my friends. I love who I love. And I always like see how they interact with their children, and I'm like, man, like I want that. And I'm sure maybe they look at me and be like, man, like I see how her and her husband interact, like I want that. And it's like we all have like our different, you know, stages in life that we're in. And I'm vegetarian, I work out, I don't drink, I don't smoke. I try to live like a very healthy lifestyle, you know, and just knowing that I'm having these issues with fertility, and I'm just doing everything possible that I can in my right to, you know, get pregnant and start our family. It's frustrating because not only do you have society coming at you, but then you have like your family members. And not to call anybody out, like I know this family member did it out of love, but like I had a family member mail like a package with baby stuff. And, you know, I asked the family member like, hey, why'd you send this? And they were like, oh, you know, I had a dream, or I had a thought that you were pregnant. And it's like, you know, like, oh, thank you, you know, but I'm not. And it's just like, you got to look at this package now, like with all this stuff. And it's just like a constant reminder of like your infertility or whatever. Again, that's nothing against that family member. I know it was done out of love. And, you know, I don't know if that's just in the Black community, like where we're like, oh, we had a dream, a fish, or, you know, whatever. But it just, it did hurt in the most loving way possible. Just because it's something that we want so bad. And like I said, we've been trying for 5 months. And, you know, to some people that might not seem like a long time. But every month you get that. Sorry, it's a dump truck. Every month you get that constant reminder when Aunt Flo shows up. Hey girl, I'm back. 3 to 5 business days. And you're like, okay, but we were hoping this was gonna be the time that you didn't show up. I remember I got so excited because I was late by a day. And I'm not on any birth control, obviously, we're trying. But I remember I got so excited because I was late, and I'm never late. Like my body is like clockwork. If it says I'm gonna be on this day, like it comes on that day. And I was late by a day. And so me and my husband were like kind of walking around all day like, has Aunt Flo showed up? Has Aunt Flo showed up? And it's like, no. And then the next day she didn't show up. And we were like, Aunt Flo show up? Aunt Flo show up? And we're like, no. And I'm like, oh shoot. Like, is this gonna be it, you know? And then like the third day, like she showed up, and I just remember crying and just crying. I've been crying a lot, just because of the loss of Reese's, not being pregnant and wanting to be pregnant and doing everything that we're trying, you know, doing everything that we can in our power to do. You know, a lot of meditation, a lot of prayer, just deep conversations with God. And I don't want this video to come across as like I'm not grateful for the life that I have, because I am. I know that I'm extremely blessed. I know that there's people out there that want to be married and aren't married. There's people out there that didn't even wake up this morning and get that breath of life into them. So I don't want this to come across as me being ungrateful, because I am. I'm very grateful for everything that I have, and I struggle with that as well, because I'm a Virgo, and we analyze everything. Like, I have like 10,000 notebooks. Like, in my cell phone, I have the notepad like full of different things. Like, we just analyze stuff, and we make a list for everything. And you know, you try to plan your life. And of course, I'm a Virgo, so I'm trying to plan my life. Like, get married, have a baby, do this, do that. You know, you have your time frames of, oh, by this date, by this date, by this date, by this date. And like, you can't do that, you know, because you got to wait on God's timing. And I struggle because I have these feelings of myself going through what I'm going through with the loss of Reese's, our 15-year-old Chihuahua, which it's like, man, that's a blessing in itself that he lasted 15 years, 15 great years. It wasn't like, oh, he lived 10 great years and then the last 5 he was struggling. Like, no, it was like he was happy up until he took his last breath. You know what I'm saying? But then you got all this stuff going on in the world, you know, the shootings, and, you know, people not being able to go home to their loved ones the next day, and police brutality, and the virus that's going on, and the wars, and it's just like, I feel selfish talking about my little minuscule things that I'm dealing with. And one of my girlfriends was like, Ronya, stop. Like, you know, like, stop feeling guilty or feeling, you know, like your wants, your heart's desires don't matter, because they do. Like, everybody has something that they want in life. And I don't know. It resonated with me so much because I care so much about other people. Like, I'm that friend that reaches out to my girlfriends every week, or, you know, if it's not every week, every month, no matter what's going on in my life, like, I'm checking, hey, are you okay? How are your kids? How's your husband? How's work going? Like, I'm generally concerned about how your well-being is. And that's, I think, a trait that a lot of Virgos have, because we're such nurturers. Like, we always want to know how our loved ones are doing. And even if they're not a loved one, just like a stranger, I feel myself doing that with. Like, if someone looks like they're having a bad day, like, I'll be like, hey, are you okay? You know, just out of genuine concern. Like, I feel like I can feel how someone else is feeling. And it makes me feel bad whenever I'm not in a good mood, because I feel like I have so much to give to others that it's hard for me to receive from others. And that's something that I have to work on. So besides losing Reese's and us going through what we're going through with wanting to have a baby, some good news that's going on in our lives about a week after Reese's passed is we got monetized on YouTube. And so you've probably seen that we had ads on our videos now, and that was something to be thankful for, because we've only been on YouTube for 2.5 years, and there's people that have had a YouTube channel for 10 years or however long, and have not reached that threshold of monetization to be able to get paid for the work that you do. And I know it's hard as a creator to do stuff, and you're like, man, I spent 15 hours on this, like filming, editing, color correcting, and it gets like 10 views. But you have to think of it as, if you're going into this becoming a content creator, you have to want to do it. You have to have a passion to do it. You have to do it for free. And that's what one of my professors in college used to tell me. He would tell me, do something that you would do for free, because then you will be happy. And that always stuck with me. Like, he wasn't telling us, oh, go be that lawyer, go be that doctor, go be that, you know, whatever profession that would make you a lot of money. He was telling us, go do your passion. Go put, you know, go do what makes you happy and that you have dreams and aspirations to do. And I don't know, a lot of people probably don't know this, but I went to school for broadcast journalism and communications, and I worked as a news reporter on campus. I actually got the opportunity to do my internship at a news station, and they hired me. Like, they hired me to be working at the news station. Like, that's crazy, right? And I know that there's so many things that have happened to me in my life that are true blessings. Like, shoot, even just being alive is a blessing. Like, do you know, like, can we not, I'm sorry, guys, but like, just even being here on earth, do you know, like, you know, on this baby journey that I have with my husband, I've been researching a lot of videos, and it shows like the sperm. I think it was like a BBC video. It's like an hour long, and it shows the sperm going, and like the female body is created so that it will attack any foreign object in the body, right? So sperm obviously is not in a woman's body. The woman's body is going to attack the sperm, and it shows like the man starts out with like 10 trillion sperm that go into the woman. Don't quote me. This is just, you know, don't get into the specifics. But 10 trillion sperm, right? By the end of it all, like the sperm that meets the egg, it's down to like, what, 7? It's like, what? And so it's like, if you're here on earth, living and breathing and just being able to exist, like, you are a blessing in yourself, because there's so many ways that you could not be here. And that is the part that keeps me going. Like, you know what? I am a blessing just being here. And so with me, you know, of course, missing races, of course, wanting to be a mom, of course, you know, all this stuff that's going on in the world, I keep myself grounded with good people, good relationships, positivity, and knowing that, you know, whatever God has for me, it will be. And I guess I just wanted to kind of do this open conversation with you all, just to kind of let you in on my life and know what I've been going through. Maybe some of you have been going through it. Maybe you've lost, you know, a fur baby. Maybe you've lost a loved one that was human. Maybe you haven't been able to procreate. Maybe you have a testimony to me that would, you know, help me out. Like, hey, me and my significant other were trying for 3 years, and then poof, we got pregnant. Like, you know, like, if you have any stories or words of encouragement for me, like, drop it down below, like, because I'm going to read it and I'm going to respond and I'm going to appreciate that comment. I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I know that things will get better, and I know that I love making videos, and I love editing. I love being so open and free on this platform and being able to, you know, share things that I've learned, whether it's stuff about my hair, stuff about travel, like, you know, going to other countries and experiencing the way that people live, you know, in different places all over the world, and just seeing, like, you know what, like, yeah, there's some parts that America is like better in, and then there are some parts that you're like, wow, America could take a number or 2 or 20 from how these places are. And that's the thing about life. You learn and you grow and you experience. And I don't know what's going on today. I think there's some construction. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But yeah, you learn and you grow and you experience, and you know, you thrive off of those experiences and those, you know, just moments of realization, like, hey, like, life is bigger than me. I'm sorry, this video, you know what? No, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm gonna get better at that. I'm one of those people that'll be like, oh, sorry that you know, this video's too long, or sorry, you know, like no, like, I'm not sorry. I'm putting this out here. I'm not putting any edits in this video. I'm not going to say I'm sorry for being who I am, and for just, you know, like, do you guys have a problem with like saying you're sorry, or the just, like if you text someone or call someone, oh, just checking in? Like, why do you have to say just? Like you're trying to downplay or like make yourself smaller because you are concerned about somebody. Like, stop saying just. And I'm talking to myself right now, like, Ronya, stop saying just. When you call someone, I'm checking in on you. How are you doing? Versus I'm just checking in on you. Like, it makes you sound like so unsure, you know? And so I'm gonna stop saying just. I'm gonna stop saying I'm sorry, because I'm not sorry. And I shouldn't, society shouldn't make you feel sorry for being who you are. And, you know, if my video ends up being 30 minutes, so be it. If only 2 people watch this video, so be it. Like, I made it because I wanted to make it. And I'm not going to care about how many views it gets, or, you know, whatever. Like, if I could just put this out there into the universe, and it expires, I can't even talk, and it inspires just one person, my heart will be content. So I'm going to finish cutting these knots out, and I'm going to go on about my day. I have a walk today that I'm going to do. Walking has really helped me, especially deal with everything, you know, just exercising. And like I said, we travel, and with the virus, it has messed up our travel plans, but we have planned a little weekend getaway to actually go somewhere and do some stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that, because Lord knows we need a vacation, even if it's just a few hours away, just to get away and, you know, just get away. What are some spots that you guys are looking forward to going on vacation when all of this madness ends? Like, are you guys planning on vacationing stateside? Or are you gonna go out of the country? Who's gonna be, you know, willing to go on a cruise here recently? Like, I know they've been dropping them prices down, and I had a dream that they were offering $5 cruises with Carnival, and I told my husband, I said, $5 is $5, we getting on that cruise. Because $5 for a cruise, baby. Like I said, it was a dream, but shoot, if they keep dropping these prices down, I just might be like, baby, pack your bags, we out of here. Okay, let me see. I don't know if you guys can see this. Probably not. Trying to focus it. Okay. You might be able to see that. You see that little knot there? That's what I'm looking for and cutting out. So, see? And I just cut like a little bit above it, just so if the hair was like splitting or anything before then I can stop that as well. Oh gosh. Oh, lastly, I was doing videos for people. Like I would make the video, I would film it, I would go home, I would edit it. Oh my gosh, sorry. My camera died. So, let's fix you. Okay. All right. Did I just say sorry? Well, anyway, my camera died, so that's why I had to get a new battery in it. But what I was gonna say is another thing is I've been doing videos for people and, you know, filming, editing, you know, doing whatever they're requesting me to do. And I'm gonna have to stop that because, one, I started a new position at work as far as like my hours and everything. And then YouTube, I want to also make sure that I have time for YouTube, but time for my family as well. Like me and my husband, like we haven't been able to go on a traditional date night, like I'm sure most of you haven't with everything going on, but we still make time for each other. And I always want to have that balance. Like I never want to be just work, or just YouTube, or just, you know, my husband. I like to have that balance to have work, YouTube, husband, friendships, you know, self-care time, like, and I don't like to spread myself too thin. And I was doing that for a while, and I was doing it for pennies, child, like pennies. Like I remember I was charging $50 to edit a video, to film the video, and I would always get people that would come at me and be like, oh, you don't have any discounts? Why do we do that? And I'm saying, why do we? This is going to be for people of color. Because when you go to a white establishment or an Indian establishment or Asian establishment, whatever establishment, like they have their prices. Like you go to order your food, they have their prices. You're getting married in the ceremony, they send you their prices. And it's like word is bond, right? Like they tell you this is how much it is for your ceremony to be held here. Okay, cool, boom, let me pay my deposit. But then when a person of color tells you their prices, we always want to be like, oh, y'all ain't got no discounts, y'all ain't got no specials. Let's do the math. I allow 2 to 3 hours of film time, right? So I'm gonna just do 3 fingers right now. Then it's going to take me another 5 hours to edit, color correct, do your whatever corrections you want to make. Like say if you want to add, you know, an intro to it after I've filmed it, whatever. So let's just add on another hour. So now that's averaging about 8 or 9 hours for $50. So 8 or 9 hours, okay, for $50 for 8 or 9 hours. This is how much I'm making. So think of your workday. If you made $50 in your workday, that means you're working for $6 an hour. That's not worth my time. It's not worth my time that I have a full-time job, that I have a YouTube channel that me and my husband do, and we are so proud of it. We put our heart and soul into this channel. And then we're just trying to help out our brothers and sisters by having like the super lowest prices, right? And then you still insult me by asking for a discount. Like, nah, bruh, like I'm good. So that was another thing with that. Like if you have a business, if you're an entrepreneur, if you have a hair business, you're a barber, like a catering business, let me know down below if you've ran into this and noticed this with like people of color, or is it just, because to me, I think that it's just people of color. I've never had that issue with people that were not people of color asking for a discount. So I'm only talking about my personal experiences, but let me know if you've had that before, where people of color have asked you for discounts and insulted you. That's what it is. It's an insult because you took the time to make out your prices and they don't want to pay those prices, but they're coming to you for service. I don't get that. I don't get that. Like, if you don't have the funds, just wait until you save up for that and then go ask that person for their services. You obviously like their work because they're coming to you. You know, I could see if it'd be different if I was going out to people and be like, hey, come ask me to do your videos. Hey, like, I'm really great. Like, I'll give you a discount. Like, that's me seeking you, but you're coming to me. I don't even advertise for it. So, whatever. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to talk about in this video, because I don't even know how long this is. And if I got to think about it, then that means it's probably time for me to end the video. But I think before I end, the only thing that I want to say is I hope that this video has helped somebody. I really appreciate you guys watching the videos, and you know, if you are a member of the family, if you subscribe to us, if you've been rocking with us, thank you so much. Like, we really do know that we wouldn't be anything without you guys. So we thank you. Like, that's why we do so many giveaways throughout the year. That's why we always make sure we engage you guys. Like, whatever comment you leave down below, like, we are just genuine people. Like, that's how we are. Like, this isn't gimmicky. We don't try to do this for, you know, what are the young kids calling it? Clout or whatever. I don't know. I'm in my 30s. I don't keep up with all that stuff. But just know whenever we put out a video, we're hoping that that video inspires you. Just know when we're responding to you in the comments, like, we genuinely appreciate you watching the video and leaving your comment. The good, the bad, the ugly, whatever. Like, we do. Like, we appreciate it. And I just hope you guys have a beautiful, blessed week, weekend, day, month, year. All of us just know 2020 is going to get better. And even with all the shifts and changes and everything that's going on, like, just know that there is some peace and some positivity that's going to happen in the midst. And we just got to be thankful, stay prayed up, and know that God will make a way out of no way. Doors will open that were closed and locked, you know, to us, that he can unlock and he can open for us. It's just up to us to walk through those. So thank you so much for watching. I don't know if I should do like a natural like closer to this, or if I should just do our normal peace sign, like, you know. And that's another thing, like, whenever we say peace, like, we're wishing you peace, wishing you well. Like, it's not just saying that to be trendy. Like, we're literally trying to send that vibration to you and saying peace be unto you, wishing you well. So anyway, thanks for watching. Love you guys sincerely. Bye. Peace.